People, I'm sitting here, I'm doing therapy, and for me, therapy is writing or talking. So today, I want to put on record my aunties, Kira, Tina, and Tina is all the way from Westmoreland. I'm sorry I don't have much information about Tina, but I hope to get some information. I just want to share with the world about the people who are carers. The people who are carers, like my mother, my grandmother, both grandmothers, my aunties, the whole female population then. And yes, there are men too who are superb carers. But for me, it's around my female family, because I never knew my grandfather, but my granny lived 10 years after my father. She was 96 when she died. She buried quite a few of her children, both male and female. I didn't know my grandfather on my mother's side either, but granny was there. And one thing I'll tell you people, my mother never leave my granny behind. From I know my granny and mama, so both our grannies are called Gangang. So Papa bring down Gangang from St. Elizabeth. So we are Gangang St. Elizabeth and Gangang Westmoreland. But my mother have her mother living. So my granny had her own little house. I'm telling the story of carers, and I want to focus so much on Tina. Because from I got in contact with Tina from Stacy, that's Auntie's granddaughter. Tina has been the backbone there for Auntie. So was it last year or the year before I celebrated Auntie's birthday online? So I don't know how housing for women and all of them didn't see all those things. Yeah? Those who were going to imprison me and jail me and all that, and when Saturday what happened here, well, so they realized that the other things were out. So now they were trying to get me with their injunction. Well, I'm going to put something in that injunction. Yeah? So what I want to tell the world is that there are people who are carers who will sacrifice. Like my mother used to do. After she didn't have a care in the world, I remember I'd go home and Mom would have the cats. So we were not there, and who was not there? Mom took over the cats. And the cat would have kitten, and Mom care for those cats like she care for her family. And Mom would go to people's home and stay over to care for them. Classic example, her cousin Alga Pringle Grant. Yeah? So I'm putting the word out there that housing for women is not going to get away. And it's going back down to King's College Hospital, NHS Foundation Trust. I'm a pensioner and I do not have a GP. All because of the shenanigans of Dr. Phil Gregory. Now, who is Dr. Phil Gregory working for? Was it the pedophiles that leave? How did they all come? They all entwined. So, but I want to put on record the word of Tina. Tina has been with Grandma, Auntie Icylyn, the past 3 weeks. She hasn't had any time to go home, and Tina hasn't got any pay. There are people living in Auntie's house and doing business in her place, and they're not paying their rent. And when I consider what housing for women has done to me here, God, I'm asking, please help me to be a forgiver, if not a forgetter. And as I wrap this one up, I just want to say, God, continue to bless the people like Tina, who leave her home in Westmoreland to come and take care of my auntie. And she's been there for 3 weeks. She hasn't got any pay. And my auntie's granddaughter is struggling because the people are not paying the rent. I did send some money for my auntie for Christmas. So I asked my son Kevin to take it up because I just couldn't remember who it was I sent it to. So I said, go take it up, son. Yeah, because I want them to be in contact. I wasn't grown the way I see families are living now. Yeah, my old people used to say teeth and tongue have to meet. But the way I see some families living, yes, me not call no name. Me throw me corner, me not call no foul. Yeah, so today the accolades are for those who care. Those who go the extra mile, those who make the sacrifices, like I have made for my husband, and to be treated now the way I'm being treated, especially with housing for women. And that lady who turned her man into a racist terrorist. And the responsibilities for housing for women. So the council, all of them, Muslim, all of them, because my neighbor wasn't a bad person. Despite what she's doing to me and continue to do to me. She was never a bad person. Yes, she'd have a drink and she does whatever. We all have our little failings. But the fact that nobody did anything to help her, and we are at where we're at now, there's no turning back. Somebody will have to pay the price. So I'm going to finish this. I'm going to eat. And then maybe later on I can do some more tidying up. Yeah?